Jazz Bros here. I'm with Bob Cummings. You saw some of his music the other night on the channel. He was tearing the keys up at the grill at 1951. Bob, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you, man. I am actually from New Hampshire, the New Hampshire seacoast. I'm not from there, but that's where I live, near Portsmouth, and I have a place down here in Punta Gorda. So I've been a snowbirder since about 2020 was my first season. But I finally discovered the Jazz Jam.
There you go.
And you know, I can't believe it took me that long to get over, but I finally did, man. I'm so glad I did, you know, meeting some great players. And I'm a pianist. You know, I've been playing, I started playing when I was about 10 years old. Identical twin, my twin brother's a drummer.
Really?
And we had a lot of bands together growing up, but I, you know, really played professionally on a heavy level in my up until about my mid-20s. I was very lucky to be in a couple of cool bands. Was affiliated with a bunch of guys from the Joe Cocker band.
Wow, wow, that's major.
Yeah, has some really great experiences there, but always had my own bands, trios, and also some jazz fusion bands. I grew up in the heart of that era, so I was very influenced by that music. But these days, I really love solo piano and piano trio.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not only play jazz, but I also play classical music, and I also play all other styles of music too. And I kind of love it all. But you know, I'm certainly partial to jazz piano, big time. It's like my favorite thing.
Where'd you get your musical training from?
I was very fortunate. You know, I had a great first piano teacher when I was a young kid, and I had a few others after that. But by the time I went to college, I did get accepted at New England Conservatory, but I chose not to go to school for music, and I was just playing in bands. I thought I was going to go into rock and roll business kind of thing. But when I was 40, I met a classical guru who took me under her wing, and I studied with her for 10 years.
Okay.
40 to 50. And that would be probably the biggest transformation of my musical life.
Wow.
She took me really far with classical music, but also it changed my piano playing. It changed everything about my technique and how I approach the instrument. And it really launched me also onto like being able to read music really well. Like, you know, like, I mean, the Bill Evans thing I played the other night, I learned that note for note.
Wow.
I played the actual Bill Evans solo.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. That was awesome.
And you know, so being able to read music really at a high level has really been wonderful for me with everything I'm doing. You know, I'm really kind of pursuing both my solo piano track as well as jazz piano trio. And I do have a trio up in New Hampshire, great guys, but you know, they're up there and I'm down here, so you know, I feel like having my, you know, my home there at the 1951 and meeting some folks there and playing with those guys has really just been such a blessing for me.
Yeah, awesome.
And, you know, hopefully we can get a chance to actually do a few gigs together.
That'd be great. That'd be great, man. Well, listen, we're here tonight at the Sidney Burns Center. We're here to support our friend and entertainer Danny Sinoff. You got some wonderful cats with him. Now, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Danny.
Oh, well, you know, I met Danny when I first came down here with the 2020, and he used to play at a place every Tuesday night called La Fiorentina. It was on Route 41, right outside of Punta Gorda, okay? And a couple miles from my house, and we discovered him over there. And first time I saw him, I was like, holy moly, you know, this guy's the real deal. And I, right away, first thing I said is, man, I want you to give me some lessons.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really teach, but we became really fast friends, and that's where we first met. But I, you know, have done a bunch of things with Danny that I'm, you know, really excited that have eventually maybe out there, you know, and we did a lot of recording a few years ago.
Okay.
And so we became close friends, and you know, I basically really, you know, took a real interest in him and his music, and I'm a huge fan and supporter, and I really want to see him just break it out to the big time because he deserves it.
Great. Well, that's why we're here. The Jazz Bros. Follow us on YouTube. Again, Mr. Bob Cummings. It's been my pleasure.
My pleasure too, man. Great being with you.